The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Are you ready? You think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down!
Hello and welcome to an all-new episode of the Totally Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kevin Porter, and as always joined with
Cody James.
Cody James. What's up, man? You've been on special assignment the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've been.
The fans have been clamoring, where's Cody? Where's Cody?
I don't know. I haven't really been feeling it the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you, man. WWE's been getting me down, man. Totally down.
Down in the dumps.
Down in the dumps, man.
Like the ratings.
Just like their ratings. Well, shit, man. I mean, we talked about it a little bit last week, but, definitely get your take on it. But, yeah, definitely WWE's moving to Fox, man. SmackDown's moving to Fox on Friday nights. What are your thoughts on that?
So what, is it going to be back to airing 3 days after it's filmed?
So it hasn't been announced or anything, but it sounds like they're probably going to be doing it live.
And are they going for 3 hours?
I fucking hope not. I don't think so. As far as I know, it's only going to be a 2-hour show.
Better be. Better stay 2 hours.
You better stay 2 hours, WWE. You better not be going out and about and doing stuff, selling advertisements and whatnot.
So who's confirmed that it's going to Fox? Fox Sports, I'm assuming, right?
What do you mean?
It's going to Fox Sports, right?
Well, it's going to over-the-air Fox, the main Fox.
Oh, well, I won't get it.
Dude, we talked about this on the podcast before, man. You just gotta get one of those little boxes, and then you can watch it. See, you have the opposite of my problem. I don't have cable, therefore I don't even have the opportunity to watch anything. But I do have over-the-air TV.
Well, hey, that's 2 hours that I don't.
You don't gotta waste.
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked, honestly, because I used to I've pretty much been a proponent of just not having cable my whole entire adult life. There's only a very brief period that I've had cable, so the next year, being able to watch Fox, and just watch SmackDown, I'm pretty excited.
By the way, I'd just like to give a little shout out to, I believe it's Northwest Broadcasting, whatever.
What's the shout out for them for?
I'd like to tell them to suck it.
Yeah, they can suck it. Tell me to cut down my trees, whatever.
Hey, Charter, if you want to keep playing our free channel, you're going to have to pay us more money.
Oh, yeah, that's the reason why you can't. Yeah, it's because the dispute with Spectrum or whatever. Yeah, they're always just out for more money, man. They're all a bunch of fucking scumbags. They're a bunch of...
Which I don't get it. I could see if it was like a Stars or HBO or something.
Yeah, that's something you actually got to pay for.
Which is like
pay more for.
A premium channel, basically.
Yeah.
But it's not a premium channel. It plays for free.
It's fucking Fox. You just got to go down and get a fucking a box, and most TVs are built-in antennas nowadays.
And they're just an affiliate anyways.
Yeah. It's Fox. Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck, Spectrum? I don't know. I had the Washington Broadband come out to my house, and they were like, "Oh, you got to cut down your fucking trees." I'm like, "Fuck you! I ain't cutting down no trees. Those are beautiful fucking trees. Stupid bitches." So.
Everyone's every time there's an issue, it's usually cut down the trees, and you'll be able to won't be an issue.
Yeah, man. Just go ahead, cut down the trees, and have yourself a podcast, man. Fucking assholes. So. I don't know, man.
So what's been happening on Raw and SmackDown this week?
Well,
I have not been watching the past 2 or 3 weeks.
I don't want to say that there's been a lot that's really been going down a lot here lately. I mean, obviously we're on the build.
Oh, real quick, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Please tell me Roman Reigns did not get into the Money in the Bank match.
No, he just like I pointed out a couple weeks ago, he's gonna fight Jinder at Money in the Bank. They're having a straight singles match. So,
yeah, that'd be better than...
But the good news is that Roman Reigns wasn't even on TV this week.
And I missed it.
Yeah, you totally missed a Roman Reigns free week in terms of professional wrestling.
I knew this was my week to watch.
Yeah, we saw Finn Balor fight Braun Strowman twice in the last 2 weeks. Once in the opening match this last week, and then once in the main event. Basically, they've kind of paired him off between Finn Balor, Braun Strowman. Now Kevin Owens has kind of been getting involved in regards to their situation.
Kind of get the David and Goliath thing, but it's
yeah. Well, just, Finn is just being Finn, and then Braun is, get these hands and shit. So.
But I mean, like, the point I have an issue with is, like, how are you going to have Finn win?
He hasn't. He straight up lost the first match, and then this last one was a no contest just because Kevin Owens freaking came in and, caused the double DQ or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, it
So,
seems like Braun Strowman's, he's getting built up still.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eventually he may win the Universal Championship. He may not. Kind of, I guess we're going to find out here the next couple weeks what's going on, I suppose, in terms of who's going to win that Money in the Bank. So
what has Samoa Joe been up to?
Samoa Joe has been strong as fuck. He was originally supposed to fight Big Cass 2 weeks ago on SmackDown for a qualifying match for the Money in the Bank, but apparently Big Cass, quote unquote, has been hurt, but apparently he's not hurt, and they just so the last week they had Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan in a kind of a qualifying match to see who was going to fight Samoa Joe the next week to see who's going to qualify, and that was a really good match. Daniel Bryan tapped out Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy actually wasn't on TV this week. I guess after getting jobbed out to the GOAT, they take him off TV for a few.
Maybe got another Dewey.
It's possible. Nah, nothing was really reported this week in terms of him getting a Dewey.
Speaking of reports, today is supposedly, or Wednesday is supposedly Jake the Snake Roberts' birthday.
Oh yeah, he texted me.
Old.
Yeah, man, he's an old man. So he was like 30 when we were born. He was like our age. It's kind of weird to think about.
He was 33.
Yeah, he would have been 33. Well, happy birthday to Jake the Snake Roberts, man.
Oh, and
if we can ever get our Skype issues ever taken care of, we may be able to have him on the podcast. Hey, Jake, you want to come on to our podcast? He totally would.
If we gave him $50, he might.
Yeah. We're like, oh, well, that crack cocaine's not going to buy itself now.
Hey, he's supposedly
he's a clean Jake the Snake. Totally.
He just goes around doing stand up.
Oh, yeah. What's up with all these wrestlers like Mick Foley? They go to these comedy clubs now, and I always hear comedians bitch about that because they're not really comedians. But I mean, you make enough money.
I'd rather listen to his because all he does really is storytelling.
Yeah.
But his stories are fucking hilarious, and he's a great storyteller. I'd rather listen to that than some PC pussy attempting to do comedy.
Yeah. No, I like Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz is my favorite stand-up, and that guy, all that guy talks about is vagina, and it's great.
Well, they better watch out. He's gonna have the rape whistle blown on him soon.
He's gonna have what?
The rape whistle.
Oh God.
He's gonna have it blown on him soon.
Woo woo. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out, man. Joey Diaz, watch out.
So is Daniel Bryan in the Money in the
Well,
Bank
that
match?
kind of gets back to last night on SmackDown. So Daniel Bryan beats Jeff Hardy, and then it was supposed to be for the first time ever on WWE TV. We were supposed to see Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan in a one-on-one match, but Big Cass comes out at the beginning of the show and was like, "Oh, guess what, guys? I'm not hurt anymore," and so it got turned into a triple threat.
What a game.
And then Samoa Joe tapped out Daniel Bryan. And so, yeah, Samoa Joe is the last entrant into the Money in the Bank matchup. So
I still think the last week, the go home show for Raw, they're gonna say, "Oh, by the way, Roman Reigns is in the Money in the Bank for no reason at all."
well, they've already. I got the lineup pulled up here. They've already announced it. It's Roman Reigns versus Jinder. It's already been announced on the card officially.
Huh.
But the thing is, man, it's just we have 2 fucking weeks until this pay-per-view. So we have next week. We have 3 weeks. It's not until the 17th, I think. I knew going into this fucking pay-per-view that it was just going to be a bunch of weeks of just a bunch of fucking garbage. and it just kind of seems like it's kind of has been, you know, it's just like a lot of filler. Like I'm really getting still kind of sick and tired of the whole 3-hour format of Monday Night Raw.
Get rid of it.
I was a little disappointed to hear that they were staying on USA, because I figured if Fox took the whole brand, then we would definitely get a 2-hour Monday Night Raw on Mondays. Unfortunately, that's not the case though. So,
we'll see. The problem I have with Fox taking over is, instead of Fox Sports, is Fox during the fall. They do the World Series.
Yeah.
Is the World Series on Fridays? Is that why
It
they're
just
not gonna
kind of
be on
depends.
Tuesdays?
It just kind of depends. Well, I mean,
Well, is that why they're not going to be on Tuesdays? Because I know for sure Tuesdays they preempt.
I think the idea of what they were trying to do, because ultimately the World Series is going to preempt Raw, I would assume. But ultimately what I heard is because apparently Fox is getting the Thursday night football rights here in the next year or so. So what they're trying to do is push, like, this at least in the fall, you know, they'll have Thursday night, you know, football, NFL football, Friday night SmackDown, and then college football is heavily featured on Saturday. So they'll have like 3 straight days of, you know, live entertainment or whatever, or live sports.
The problem is that Friday's like sort of a, how do they put it? It's not like a good day for
People at home.
Apparently wrestling doesn't do well on Fridays.
Well, it's like SmackDown was on Fridays for like a long time, but I don't know. I'd like to think that they'd have to do it as a live show though. So, I mean, then basically they essentially just bookend, you know, their TV from a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I guess I kind of question also, like, come WrestleMania season, what they're going to do, because they typically do the recap shows for usually that.
Well, they do the recap shows and they do all those different events the week of.
Yeah, and they've been doing the Hall of Fame on Fridays, and like if they have a live SmackDown on a fucking Friday,
it's not going to be live, I don't think.
It hasn't been announced, but I mean, like, why would they be? They're paying close to $1 billion in, you know, rights fees for this. Why the fuck would you want to be like, hey guys, yeah, totally want to pay you guys $1 million, but, you know, hey, you know, totally record that a couple days when results can totally get spoiled. Like, I personally think it's going to be a live show. I mean,
it doesn't work with their schedule though.
Well, that's why they would have to revamp.
Yeah, I mean, just to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not. I mean, you know, with as much money as they're getting, I'm sure they can go. They're able to, like, go hire enough people to come work and have enough people on staff in order to, you know, facilitate that type of schedule. So
maybe it'll just not be live the week of WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's possibly. Maybe it'll just be a recap or whatever. But so I mean, like, in terms of, like, what's gone down this week specifically, we saw Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the Ascension, which is pretty much just you know, establishing Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt further as the champions. They jobbed him out pretty quick. It looks like the Ascension did. So, and what's up with that tag scene though, man? It's like, it seems like they're building up the next tag team being Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. That's their going to be the next challengers. It seems like, in terms of the tag team championships. I know. I don't know. Have they even announced a tag title match yet? I don't think so. Yeah, the only tag title match that's been announced, they had the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson over on SmackDown. So, which they did some like pre-taped interviews for that for you know, on SmackDown last night. So they're building that one up decently. Kind of looks like Bobby Roode is gonna be finally turning heel, as he's pretty much on a losing streak right now. He lost to Kevin Owens this week, so hopefully.
Hard to be glorious when you're losing.
Well, he's always worked better as a heel anyway. I don't understand why because they brought him, like, when he left NXT, it was like he was a fucking, you know, he's a badass heel and shit, dude. Lost Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam.
Well, no, when he was in Beer Money, he was the face.
Oh, I'm talking about, like, just recently.
Singles?
Yeah, when he was, like, coming from NXT to, like, SmackDown. Or from SmackDown to Raw or whatever, you know. Anyway, like, it just seemed like they brought him up as a face only because of the stupid fucking song. That's the only reason he's a face right now. I mean, it's a great song, don't get me wrong, but, you know. So,
well, I think it's a weird song.
So one thing that was pretty awesome, I thought was or it was fucking horrible. What am I talking about? This is was the you didn't have to watch the whole Sami Zayn Bobby Lashley sister segment. Did you go back and watch any of that? Dude, okay, so like 2 weeks ago, they were heralding that that Bobby Roode.
Maybe we should pause it and watch it.
And as you can see, that was worth the 4 minutes of taking the time to watch that shit, dude.
That was trash.
I was, and it said it while we were watching it, but yeah, definitely.
What was that?
Bobby Trashley, dude. Dude, I don't know, man. It's
That
like
was
Vince.
cringy.
It's like Vince McMahon, just like totally just getting off on stupid shit like that, bro. It's just Vince McMahon, like, oh, they'll love it, men in dresses,
Doing that fucking power walk.
Yeah, he's just doing the power walk down in the ring. They'll love it. So, in terms of, we saw the women's gauntlet match as well. Sasha Banks ended up winning the gauntlet to claim one of the final spots in the women's Money in the Bank. So it looks like pretty much we're set in terms of whom is going to be in the Money in the Bank match itself there. Jumping over to SmackDown.
Can they just play the female Money in the Bank last so we can skip it?
So we could just go. Yeah, that was another thing that they announced officially, that all pay-per-views moving forward are like 4 fucking hours now at this point.
Told you.
Yeah, you were right. I don't know what to really say about that.
What sense does that make?
It makes no sense. It's a waste of my time.
I mean, they end it at 11 on the East Coast.
Yeah, at least we're on the West Coast. I mean, that's the only positive thing I can really pull out of it.
At least we're on the West Coast, but I mean, imagine people that are in Central Standard Time.
Oh, I know.
In the East Coast.
I know. People that live on the East Coast are totally getting fucked over, man.
Totally.
I mean, if we had to stay up till 11 watching that and then have to record an hour podcast or whatever our thoughts were on that, dude, I'm not getting home till 1 o'clock. I gotta be home at, gotta be to work at 6. I don't know, man. I don't know how that works. It wouldn't work that fun, though. So, pretty much, we saw Shinsuke Nakamura in a tune-up match for his last
match.
Tune-up match for
I
his.
thought they were doing some weird Asian thing.
Oh yeah, no, they're tuning it up, dude. He's shooting cocaine up in the bathroom. He's like, Shinsuke, no speak English, let's deal drugs. Come on.
That's how he gets people to do drugs with him.
Come on. I can see it. I don't know if Shinsuke was like, come on. All right, sure, why not, Shinsuke? Fuck it. So
sure, I'll snort some coke off some hookers with you.
Why not? So he fought Ty Dillinger. Who? 10?
Who?
10? Perfect 10? Who? So Shinsuke beat...
I don't know why he calls himself a perfect 10 when his matches are fucking 3.
He's not given the chance, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anytime you get in that ring is a chance, so...
Yeah. You gotta utilize that time, man. You gotta utilize that time. So basically, at the end of the match, Nakamura grabbed the mic, he counted to 10 like it was a last man standing match. Basically just setting up his match with AJ. AJ, I don't think really even showed up on the actual show. He just did a backstage promo, basically saying that he says Nakamura underestimates him. AJ will fight harder and smarter than Nakamura, who's bigger and stronger. Sure. So hopefully they actually get a finish this time. Yeah, and Nakamura. I know we've been saying it the last 4 fucking events, but hopefully this is the time Nakamura actually wins it. So
the WrestleMania match was good, but the 2 they've had since then were just pure trash.
Well, it's
just pure trash.
And again, we just come back to those finishes. The finishes just ruined it.
Who are doing these finishes?
Road Dogg? Road Dogg, I guess. I don't know.
I guess he's not a finish man.
Yeah. Shit, look at the Road Dogg's matches. Jeez.
His matches were garbage. No wonder.
So we had a pretty entertaining match. We saw The Bar and The Miz versus The New Day. It was a pretty fun back and forth match that saw The New Day win. Basically, The New Day, we still are being teased on who is going to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match between all 3 of them, which I went off I think it was one of the last 2 weeks. I said it'd be fun to actually see Xavier win the actual Money in the Bank, and let's build a new star out of the New Day, at least, not just have some shitty breakup where everybody goes nowhere. will actually facilitate, an actual push coming out of, not necessarily break them up, but, just disband, like they don't have to, one has to be a bad guy or a good guy, just, let them disband and, push one of them to the moon. Fuck it, why not? Or put Big E in there. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but the problem I have with all three of them is that they have mid-card written all over their forehead.
Right now they do, but maybe they'll surprise us, man, and maybe they'll one of them will be main eventing WrestleMania in the next couple of years. You never know.
Maybe one of them will start a tag team with R. Killings or Ron Killings or whatever his name is, R-Truth.
R-Truth.
Singing the same song he's been singing for 8 years.
What's up? What's up? Yeah, not your career. That's what's up.
Pretty much. Not his win count.
So we saw Asuka beat Mandy Rose this week. So Asuka's going to be facing Carmella officially for the women's Money in the Bank or women's championship. So we'll see.
And then she'll lose it to the person who wins the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get to the card here in a second, but we saw that. Then in the main event, we saw Samoa Joe tap out Daniel Bryan. So after the match, Joe.
We're gonna have to look at a fucking the Lone Wolf.
Baron Corbin. Yeah, where the fuck has been Baron? He's been completely left off TV.
Thank God.
Good. That's all. That's the only thing we have to say right there.
Well, at least he's not gonna be in the ladder match.
Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine. No, I was just gonna basically make mention that after the match, Joe he basically went up the ramp, stood at the top of the ramp, and it looks like Big Cass was gonna attack Daniel Bryan in the ring, but Cass actually charged and dropped. He drops Bryan with a big boot, but Cass ends up talking some trash to Bryan, stands over him with his fist in the air, and then Cass's music hits as he looks down at Bryan. So it looks like we'll probably get a singles match, a rematch out of Money in the Bank with Big Cass and Daniel Bryan, which I guess sure it'll I don't know. The first match really, I was surprised that Cass was jobbed out basically so fast to Daniel Bryan, but I guess you gotta get your heat back.
I guess so. That was kind of like a snooze button match.
Oh, it was completely a snooze button match, dude. That whole Backlash fiasco, man. Like going back to that was just
that was a trash pay-per-view.
It was worse.
It's gonna go down as worst of 2018.
I would definitely gets my vote. So. It's sad when the Saudi Arabia show is a better show than yours.
That was just kind of a freebie sort of like, paying us a bunch of money, so let's do this sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So from there, we have more or less the card is set for Money in the Bank at this point here. I would assume we're going to get the Daniel Bryan Big Cass match added, and we may actually even get like a CN Almas match added versus Sin Cara, because they kind of teased that this week as well. But currently at this point here, we have 8 matches altogether. We have Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. I think Bobby Lashley is probably going to go over in that one.
Who's pairing these people up?
Road Dogg, bro. He's their head writer. He's head of creative now. I know he's like head of SmackDown, but I don't know who's doing wrong.
He's head of putting me to sleep.
Hey man, I like Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn's way over, and he's like my new Daniel Bryan, dude. Like I want to see him win that world championship. But
people you actually want to see.
Yeah.
Not just random.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, you got to get Bobby Lashley over, so I mean that's what Sami Zayn's ultimately doing. He's going to do the J.O.B. for Bobby Trashley. So
basically, he's the male Becky Lynch.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Man. That's just not like gingers.
So then our World Tag Team SmackDown Tag Team title match is the Bludgeon Brothers versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I don't really see the Bludgeon Brothers needing to take the titles off yet, so But all in all, I mean, we got a pretty stacked lineup going into it, so I mean maybe we'll just save the full review till we get to the week of, but I don't know, your overall thoughts of my review on Raw. Doesn't really sound like you missed a lot kind of from the last couple of weeks.
Sounds like I fucking missed a television version of an Ambien pill.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. You probably accomplished a lot more things that were a lot more valuable with your time within the last
Like
2 weeks
watching
of skipping
reruns
it.
of Kitchen Nightmares.
Hey, Kitchen Nightmare is a great film, bro, or TV show. So, I don't know, man. Any final thoughts on anything going on with wrestling before we wrap this thingy up?
I think going forward, you may have to be watching Raw and SmackDown, and I'll be watching TNA and possibly NXT.
See, I think that it's not a bad idea. That we can review all of it together.
Like you can catch me up on Raw and SmackDown if I didn't watch it, and vice versa.
Yeah, no, it'd be cool to start talking about NXT and some Impact. I know we talked about that a couple weeks ago. I'd be down for that, man. I think that's definitely ultimately what we got to go with. So, any final thoughts?
Raw sounded boring. Raw sounded boring.
Raw is really boring, dude. It's not even worth watching anymore. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Totally Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast. So
Coming to you straight from the cafeteria at the hospital.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're sitting in a. We'll kind of like the issue we were running into at your place is because we usually record at your house, but you get your fan going and it's like gets insanely hot in your room, so it's like you really don't want to turn the fan off. So now we're substituting the sound of fans for people walking all around us, which may or may not be better. I don't know, but at least it's got air conditioning in here. So yeah, man. All right, man. Well, we will see you listeners next week.
Goodbye.